everybody. Welcome. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. So, it's a beautiful day here in Oregon, and I've been enjoying the sunshine outside. It's nice, it's bright, it's sunny, it's beautiful. Spend some time playing with the neighbor kids and my neighbors. And Blackie actually came inside and ate some food and hung out with Booger for a little bit. So, just had a very full day. And now I'd like to sit down and do a react for all of you. So, what's going on with Chantal today? Well, she did a live, and it would seem that Chantal's in a bit of a mood. So, why is she in a mood right now? Well, I found out that Mr. Snowflake released the next episode, episode 4, in the Chantal docuseries. It's not on YouTube just yet. He released it through his Patreon and for his members. So anyone who is part of his Patreon or is a member can see it right now. I think it'll drop for everybody for free within the next 48 hours. But she is already in a mood about it, which begs the question, Chantal, are you a member of Mr. Snowflake's Patreon? Or are you a member of his channel? Have you seen the episode? Is that why you are so cranky? I haven't seen the episode yet, but considering the look of the thumbnail, it's more of a continuation of the last episode where Mr. Snowflake went into talking about herself and Natter. There was also some talk in the episode about her time on Omegle and what happened there. For those who were not around during that time period, if you're wondering what happened, well, long ago, there was a person on YouTube, a YouTube content creator, a woman, who would go on Omegle. She would make videos. She would not go live. And she talked to people on Omegle. She would get their consent if they wanted to be filmed and on video or not. But she did videos based on that. She was very respectful, appropriately dressed. Chantal saw this young lady and decided that she wanted to do that kind of content too. But she did things in a different way. She did not record videos and edit the videos in case something happened. She just went live and put on Omegle. But wait, it gets worse. Omegle, a great deal of the audience or the people that go to Omegle are very young people. So she went on Omegle. She was inappropriately dressed in teddies and lingeries. And again, keep in mind, this is a 30-something-year-old woman going on a site that really the crowd is much, much younger, dressed inappropriately. And during one of these occasions where she went live and she had her audience watching and talking to her, a young man, a very young man, exposed himself. He exposed his private parts. Chantal giggled and laughed and turned the stream off, but in a very icky fashion. Even after she came back on, she continued to talk about the young man's private parts and how big it was, and oh, he can't possibly be that young. I mean, it was just gross. And she got in trouble for it. But I believe that is also part of the episode. I don't know what all is in the episode. I'm going to wait to see the episode and react to it with all of you because it's going to be fun and it's going to be great because Mr. Snowflake does excellent work. So Chantal's mad about that. I don't know if she's mad about knowing it's coming out or she's seen it. I'm wondering, considering her mood, if she has seen it, but she's not happy about that. There's a great deal of things that Chantal is not happy about, period. She's not happy about the fact that pretty soon she's going to have to get out of Kuwait by hook or by crook. We've all seen the signs that something is going on in the background. She did a home goods haul and she was showing off items. Some of them pointed in the direction of her and Salah have to move. There were lots of garbage bags, magic erasers. I mean, just things that pointed in the direction of things have to be cleaned for a possible move. And then, of course, there's the one suitcase. So if you were traveling with a companion, wouldn't they get a new suitcase too? Also, I did notice that the suitcase was extra large versus, say, a carry on. If you were someone and you were doing like a simple, quick, easy visa hop, visa run, you would just need your carry on to carry a few outfits. But why use a big suitcase unless you were planning to put a lot more stuff in there and wherever you were going, you were going to stay a while? So, one suitcase for two people, isn't that something? So, I think Chantal knows she has to move, that she possibly has to get out of Kuwait and go back to Canada. Regarding the visa, the tourist visa that she's on, I've done some reading up on it. And the way it works, you have to leave every 90 days, but you cannot stay in one place for more than half the year. I think that Chantal is already over that. So even if she manages to go somewhere to do a visa hop, visa run, it wouldn't be a good idea to try to do that right now with all the things going on with the Kuwaiti government, the shift in parliament, the shift in regulations. I also found out a few days ago that this whole thing of all the regulations and all the restrictions and the government letting people know you have to go, that started on March 17th. So Chantal is known for a while. She has to get out. We all know she's a procrastinator and she always does things at the last minute. She always waits till last minute. So she's known for a while. Maybe she thought that she could pull a rabbit out of the hat and fix this and find some loophole to stay there. But Chantal, you cannot stay there. You are supposed to be on a tourist visa. You are not a resident. That's why you have to keep leaving every 90 days or you get in trouble. To be honest with y'all, I have to wonder if she's trying to create a situation to where she can't leave. And there's two possible doors to that avenue if that's what she's trying to do. Door number one, she's trying to make herself so unhealthy that she can't travel. She can't possibly fly. If that is the plan in place, trust me, Chantal, if they want you out of there, they'll get you out of there. They'll put you on a boat and ship you back to Canada if they have to. Door number two, as it is right now, if you are in Kuwait and you have fines or penalties, you are not allowed to leave until you pay them. So is the plan to rack up penalties and fees to where, in essence, they have to keep her with that going on? I don't know if that's the case, but I don't know if that's her plan, but it's a bad plan. Chantal, if you manage to go someplace for a little while, there might be a possibility that what happened to you in Thailand will happen again. You went to Thailand. I'm sure you weren't supposed to stay there as long as you did. You got stuck in Thailand for over a month. What's going to happen if you go somewhere and then you try to get back to Kuwait and then are denied reentry? All that money that you spent on the trip, you're going to be out that money and you don't have much to start with. So wouldn't it just be wiser to do the thing that you need to do and go home and fix yourself? Just give up the ghost, give up Salah, and go do your thing in Canada. I think right about now, you are trying to keep things under wraps. You're keeping a lot of secrets. Salah is keeping a lot of secrets. You only shut your mouth when there's something serious going on. And the way I see it, y'all, knowing Chantal, knowing her patterns, her being predictable, she's going to hide things until the very last second. And then she's going to pop up in Canada. And in the meantime, she's going to be thinking of what can I say to make myself look good and give herself time to make a whole new arc. So that's how I feel. So I'll tell y'all what. Let's get into the Twitter stuff. Let's cover all that first. And then we'll get into her live stream. And I was actually reacting to it a little earlier, but I'm scrapping that reaction. I didn't like it, so I'm redoing it over. People were saying she's raging, she's raging, she's raging. I don't know if the raging happened in the latter part of the video, the live. But to me, she just looked annoyed, almost to the point of like faking being annoyed. Like she was laughing way too much to be truly, truly angry. I know that the documentary from Mr. Snowflake has her a bit worried. There's a lot of things in it she doesn't want her new beezers to know. She tries so hard to sweep the dirt under the carpet, but I think she's got a lot on her plate, but she's keeping her mouth shut. But all will be revealed. All we have to do is be patient. She can't hide everything forever. So let's get into the Twitter stuff. Let's really cover that. I've got everything pulled up, and there's a lot of interesting tidbits that I found that you guys might want to know. So, for those of you that are on Twitter X and you would like to follow me on Twitter X, it's Wow Girl Sarah. Sometimes YouTube, they drop the ball on notifications, but whenever I go live or I do a video, I post it on my Twitter as well before posting about it on my channel. So let's start here with a clip from Hidden Truths from the live. Hidden Truth says Chantal turned the apartment fire into a situation about herself by claiming that people were creating stories about them and creating content from it. She did not emphasize or showcase any notable sympathy towards the victims. So there was something tragic that happened in Chantal's area. There was a fire, and if I'm not incorrect, I think 40 or 50 people were hurt or unalive because of the fire. And Chantal brings up this tragedy in the live. So for those who are wondering what happened, this horrible tragedy happened and people lost their lives and got hurt. But she's claiming that people were making up stories. Weird. Anyway, let's watch the clip.
Like people have sent me messages, like DMs, that they're worried because they saw that my building burned down. Like what? There was there was a building like in the same area as Kuwait that burned down. It was really sad. Like I think like I don't know if this is true, but I saw some news sources, like the numbers always change, but like about 40 people died. And it was like near us. But like what do people do? Just watch Kuwait news for content to try to make something up about us? Like
You know, I'm so sorry about what happened to those poor people, the fire in the building, and I pray for all their families and friends. Such a senseless loss. But this last part of the clip. So Chantal's talking about this horrible tragedy that happened where people lost their lives. And then she goes into how annoyed she is, absolutely annoyed and irritated that people have found out what's going on in Kuwait. I'm going to read between the lines for a minute. Chantal doesn't like the fact that Girl World, that we're finding stuff out. We're paying attention to the news clips and news articles published on the internet about Kuwait, about the changes in Kuwait, the changes in government, the changes in laws and regulations. She wishes that we weren't such great detectives, like that we search things out, we do our homework, we get the receipts. We a lot of people already know about what's going on in Kuwait, about the parliament, about the regulations, the rules, about how it affects a lot of things. She hates it. She was probably hoping that we wouldn't know as much as we know. Then she can keep her secrets better. But she's annoyed that people are paying attention to the goings on in Kuwait because she's a little secret keeper. She likes to keep her secrets. Well, too bad. Too bad you're annoyed with that, Chantal.
relation to that? I don't know.
And no, she did not look the least bit sad about talking about the incident that happened. Hidden Truths says Chantal cannot control the number of wives her husband Salah chooses to have. Salah, as a Muslim man, has the right to marry up to 4 women if he wishes. In that case, Why doesn't he consider marrying another woman to help him move to Canada? Now, I can't find any clips right now, but I've done some reading. And as I understand it, when a man in the Middle East takes on a wife or several wives, he has to prove that he is a great breadwinner, that he can pay the bills, he can take care of the wife and the children if there are any children. So, with each wife that you take on, you have to prove, I can take care of them. Obviously, Salah cannot make that claim. He cannot prove that he can take care of a wife. Maybe that's the reason why, even though he is a man in Kuwait and there are women in Kuwait, even expat women, none of them are taking him on. Maybe he's in a position where financially he cannot show to the father of whatever daughter he's interested in that he can take care of that woman. So, no marriage. Absolutely no marriage. And maybe that's why he gravitated to Chantal. He can't get married to a woman in the Middle East because he can't show steady income and stability. And he himself, he's trying to find a fast track to the good life. And he thinks by attaching himself to a woman with money that he's going to get that life. Well, I got to ask the question, have you learned your lesson yet, Salah? Have you learned that it's a bad idea to count on another person for your financial stability? Because with someone like Chantal, yeah, you may have gotten a little financial stability, but at the same time, the price tag that you had to pay was dealing with all of her other instability. She's a very unstable person in every way. When you met Chantal, you were living in a very small apartment. Maybe it wasn't the greatest. It was one of those, it's here and it meets my needs and it's okay. You were living in a small apartment and you had friends and you had family. You had your social circle. You had your freedom to move around. I bet right about now, with everything you've gone through with Chantal, you wish you could go back to that life. Even though the apartment may not be as nice as the place that she has now, you had a lot more freedom. You had a lot more happiness. There's nothing wrong with a simple life if there's happiness all the way around. You traded a great deal of your happiness and being social for a great deal of unnecessary unhappiness. Hope you learned your lesson. So, moving on, Perfectly Imperfect says denial ain't just a river in Egypt. And DX gives verbal recaps of things that Chantal does and says in her life. And DX says, says, are you the content police? You're one of those. Awesome. So it's on and popping, pure delusion, calling herself Cher, saying her brow bone is pronounced and it's not fat eyelids. I take offense to that. I take offense to Chantal comparing herself to Cher. Cher is a star. Cher is an icon. Cher is a legend. Cher is a true entertainer. I remember her all the way back in the 70s when she was on the Sonny and Cher show, and she was so incredibly striking when she was young. My goodness, she was beautiful. But Cher's been around a long time, and she's talented, and Chantal is not. So how can you compare yourself to someone like Cher, Chantal? That's really a stretch. And talking about her brow bone, I'm sure she has seen many comments about her face is getting so incredibly big that the weight is settling on her face and even right there on her eyelids, right on her brow bone and her eyelids. And people are commenting about that. So she's trying to claim, I just have a really big brow bone. Chantal, you are not an adolescent. You're not a teenager. You're still growing. Your facial features are not growing. Your brow bone was not looking that way. Your face was not looking that way about 3 years ago. That's not your brow bone, girlfriend. That is you gaining weight, and you're a shorty like me. And when you're a shorty, you've only got so much real estate to put extra weight, and your body has run out. It can't find any new places, so the weight is settling into your face. It is what it is. Girl World Lurker says fat brain is probably why Chantal can't hold a thought in that melon. So let's look at this picture. Does morbid obesity affect the brain? Obesity can cause changes in the brain similar to Alzheimer's, study suggests. Brain scans show patterns of shrinkage in regions involved in learning, memory, and judgment. Experts hope losing weight could reverse some of the damage. I didn't know that, y'all. I didn't know that extreme weight gain could affect the brain itself that way. That's new to me. That's wow. I didn't know. Who knew? Now we all know. The more you know, I guess. Uh, Another reason why you should cut down on the eating, Chantal. Yup says, can anyone confirm this? I'm having difficulty. Cheers. So here's a comment. Expect the Spanish Inquisition. Says, a Canadian who lived in Kuwait for 20 years has clarified what the rule is about visit tourist visas. As we all know, a visit visa is good for 3 months, but you cannot stay more than 6 months in Kuwait in 1 year. So our girl is way on the wrong side of the law here. She's got to be concerned. Well, I'm wondering if at some point, when she goes to renew her visa, if it's going to be noticed that she's essentially living in Kuwait or trying to, like the frequency of her visits and the amount of time she spends there. I don't know, at some point, someone's going to just do all the adding together and figure out this person is trying to scam living here and we should put a stop to that. But I guess we'll find out later. Okay, something funny from Post of Cats. I have owned many cats. I have never seen a cat do this, but this kitty is just like putting their feet in the bowl and scooping the food up to their mouth. Chantal, is that you? It's cute, though. It's cute. The cat's cute. That's just, I've never seen a cat do that. Okay, Dell says, woohoo. Okay, you guys can see it right here. Members only. That's the thumbnail for the new episode from Mr. Snowflake, Foodie Beauty, Shattered Reality, episode 4. So just looking at the picture, this has to do with that whole Natter Chantal era. I mean, it looks about the same time period, although I won't be able to know until I watch it, but it's going to be good, and that's why she's mad. Okay. Acadia Strong says, PA, the Lachine Green Peen, has changed his other channel to avoid detection. Makes you wonder who gave him that idea. Well, where could the idea come from? Could it be Dee Dee? Could it be Chantal? Listen, Chantal knows all the dirty tricks, and I mean all of them, to work her way around YouTube and to get in the least amount of trouble possible. She knows how to do live streams in Rage and immediately delete so that whoever reported her, the reports can't go through. She knows all the dirty tricks, all of them. So here's the picture. So it was the Natty Daddy channel. Now it is Natty Daddy Baddies. I don't know if that's going to change anything. I mean, you can change the name of the channel, but you can't change the URL. So I don't know if that matters. Listen, Natter, you can run, but you can't hide. And can you make it more obvious that you and Chantal are still talking? Line Jello says, this is more food than my 240-pound husband or either of my grown sons would eat. Unbelievable. She was just on begging Allah for another chance 2 weeks ago. Okay. I know this is not the nicest picture, but I'm blowing it up for a reason. And here is the reason. Take a look at her utensil. It's a wooden spoon. Why does that matter? Well, this is where being an OG reactor comes into play and becomes a bonus. So let me rewind back in time for y'all. Back in the time when Chantal was with BB, right before she moved into the villa with Pete's, Chantal had a feedy guy. This feedy guy had a bit of a quirk to go with his feeder fetish. He did not like the sound of a metal fork or a metal spoon hitting the plate. So he purchased a really big wooden spoon and a really big wooden fork for Chantal to use. So whenever she did a mukbang, she used those things just for him. Now we're back to the wooden spoon. And here's something else. She claimed that she has a quirk with the wooden spoon. She has claimed that his quirk is her quirk. Like she's basically borrowing one of the quirks of her feedy guys and claiming it as her own, saying, I don't like the sound of a metal fork or a metal spoon hitting the plate. Why is it that we've never heard about this until now? That's because it doesn't belong to her. It belongs to one of her feedy guys. She's just borrowing off of somebody else's story once again. So I have to wonder, Chantal, did you get in touch with that person again? Are they paying you for content again? Kind of seems like it. Like I will always remember that quirk because it was something different. So we get the wooden spoon guy. I think he's back. You're calling up all your feedy guys and doing stuff for them. You need that travel money. Okay, Florida Salt and Sass says, if it bothers you so much, then why don't you get her spayed and vaccinated, Foodie? People wouldn't call you an animal blanker if you didn't continue to neglect your animals in front of them. It's really that simple. Yes, it is. If she took care of her pets, we would have nothing to say. There'd be nothing to say. But if you have a cat that is not fixed, it keeps going into heat, and your answer for that is to give them a shot to shut them up for 6 months, and then they go into heat again, people are going to have an issue with that. DX says, giving the recap, Chantal's chat bullies her in taking off her makeup because the general consensus is she looks hideous. Says it's no one's business how she cares for her pets and no longer shares about her pet care because we call her an abuser. Well, there's a reason why we call you that, because you earned that title, ma'am. Orlando says she actually said Muslims aren't allowed to show chemistry in public. Of course, Allah's going to say that to her because he doesn't want to touch her. Any reason, any way, any avenue that he could find to not touch Chantal, he's going to use it. Hidden Truth says the Kuwaiti back scratcher. If you know, you know. Yes, I know, and I wish I didn't. I really wish I didn't know about the back scratcher and her using the back scratcher to eat her food. I wish I could forget that. Where's the brain bleach? Dell posted this, and this is Mr. Snowflake. I still don't know where he got the CPAP from, to be honest. You know what, Mr. Snowflake? I admire your funny silent shade. I like it. It's classy. He's imitating Chantal. Okay. Looking. Talk about the wooden spoon. Okay, I think that's it. I think we're all caught up. That didn't take as long as it usually does because there wasn't that much. Okay, one more. Let me just go ahead and bring up Chantal's live. And if it gets too boring, we'll just skip ahead. There she is. There's our lady of the hour. Well, I'm really stretching it calling her a lady, aren't I? There's the person of the hour. How's that? We'll go with that. All right. All right. So let me just back it all the way up. All right. So you guys can already see in the chat, they turned on subscriber mode, slow mode. I don't even know why she needs slow mode. She doesn't have that many people in the chat. It's not like French Fry Girl, where French Fry Girl has 4,000, 5,000 people in the chat. Like, you only have a few hundred. That's not that many. Anyway, you know what? I don't care. Let's go. And you know what I love? I love the fact that more and more people are saying, you know what? This is too boring. They don't pile into her lives. And she has no sense of reality. She just doesn't understand that she may go live whenever she wants, whenever she likes, whenever she's got the time. She just doesn't keep in mind anything about her audience. The fact that those who watch her, they have jobs that they have to go to for 8 hours at a time. And if she streams during the early morning hours or afternoon hours, a lot of the people that watch her are going to be at work. Or if she streams in like the mid afternoon, they may just be getting home from work and not even ready to sit down in front of their PCs and watch her just talk about nothing. So she just keeps getting annoyed with the fact that as soon as she turns that camera on, she doesn't have a bunch of people there. Maybe they would be there, Chantal, if there was something interesting to watch.
What are you doing? Come see the people. Come see the people. Come. What the heck?
Oh, and I just noticed something. Shut up, Chantal. I just noticed something. She changed her profile picture again. We'll cover that in a minute after the live.
Come see the people. Yella. You are actually first, Darren. I feel like I need more hijab. Snickerdoodles? I haven't
You
seen
know,
you here before.
I'm so totally confused right now. It is ridiculously hot in Kuwait right now. And yes, she's inside and she's got the AC, but even with the AC on, she has to be boiling. You know, she's got the head wrap on, she's got another shirt on, and she's actually got two shirts on. And she's going to add a scarf. Why put that much on during the summer? That has to be uncomfortable.
Or have I? MJ. Thank you, Damda. Caroline. Ghostface. Gigi. Vanna. Melly. Hello. Cassidy. Hey, Tiffany. Hello. Hi. Amy. Thank you, Paula. Island eyeshadow. It's a little I thought it would match, it doesn't. You're new. Welcome, Enchanted Charcoals. You were in the middle of making a short video. Uh-oh. Did I interrupt you? Sweepstakes. Hello. Dawn. Got my cereal bowl. Nice. DS from Canada. Sunset. Ileana. I look pretty. Thank you. Wear a white hijab? I have a black one handy. But you're right, it would. Hi, Karen. But white hijabs look so bad on me. Hi, Lisa. Maggie. Little Nitty. Oh, wow. No way, Ghostface. I don't even know that song. Hi, Soda and Sadness. Thank you, Melly. New shirt. Who dis? Curvy Calories. Welcome salam. Blue Pot. Waleed. Welcome salam. I say that like a total non-Arab person, don't I? Now you guys can see how I do my hijab. I'm not going to do anything fancy with it. But yeah, you know. Glad to be here. Glad you're here. Ghostface. Sandra. You edited a video for work? Nice. Barbara, you in social media? I lost 3 pant sizes since fall. Now you're a size 2. Nice. Good for you. Good for you. That doesn't look nice. So what I'm going to do is just go like this. It's the thought that counts. Yes, it really is. Because somebody thinking of you is priceless. Can't put a price on that. Hey, Creepy Comfort. I am doing very well. How are you guys? French
Well,
gun.
you know what? Tell the truth. No, you're not. You're not doing very well. You're not. The last couple of lives that I've seen you do, Chantal, and I'm a brat. You know, when it comes to your content anymore, I am such a brat, but I'm a brat with a purpose. I go through your content, your videos, your lives. If there's nothing interesting, I don't cover it. I just leave it alone. For the last couple of lives, you looked like you were under the influence of something, like something was up. You were not completely sober. I don't know if it was pain pills, I don't know if it was something else, but I've been watching you long enough to know when you're sober and when you're not. Like I don't know what's going on, but I feel there's some serious stuff going on in the background. You are very preoccupied with keeping a veil of secrecy over all of it. Maybe you're hoping that you can pull a rabbit out of the hat at last minute and then flip your little middle finger up at girl world and say, suck it, haters. See, I'm still here. Although it would be stupid to stay in Kuwait at this point. Like things are really starting to heat up. Maybe you're trying to figure out where you're going to go and what you're going to do. Maybe you don't know yet. But I'm feeling the stress from you. You're giving it all away. You're doing the stress eating, you're doing the stress smoking with the shisha. I mean, something is up. Something is really, really up. We're going to see, though. June 17th, we're going to see if you're still there. If you're smart, you'll be gone. You'll go back to Canada, say goodbye to Salah, leave him alone, stop thinking to yourself, oh, he needs me. He was fine without you. He's got family and friends. He'll be much better without you. Trying to act as if he's going to fall down without you, just the opposite is true. You're worried about falling down without him. He's fine. He was fine, but when you met him, he'll be much better after you're gone. You're the one that you're on unstable ground.
That baby teeth and rubber lips is what a man wants. What? I don't even know. What? Baby teeth and rubber lips. What? What does that even mean? By the way, I just got done watching your Yo Mama, your stream. Except for the part where you talk about Alex, because I have to fast forward that. I can't stand his voice. Hey, Comic Brook, I'm such a mean girl today. By the way, hi, Happy BJ. This is important, all right? This is an important lesson for Girl World. Please stop assuming that just because somebody finds us big girls, all right? Amberlyn and I, if anyone finds us pretty, okay, they're not feeders, all right? It's very possible for someone to be attracted to someone, okay, just because they're big or whatever. Like, get a life.
Chantal, it's not about the body shape or the pounds. I have met and talked to many people of different sizes, including those of a much larger size. It's not the size of the body, it's who you are as a person and how you carry yourself and how you present yourself. It's the sum of all of your parts. And the sum of all your parts is that you are just putrid and rotten inside and out. You've got so many bad traits, so many bad characteristics. You have no moral compass, no values, no boundaries, no respect. You are jealous, insecure, possessive, controlling, manipulative. You lie, bad body hygiene. You're irresponsible. You're volatile. You're violent. I mean, I could just keep going. People are attracted to what they're attracted to body-wise. But coming at Girl World and saying that, oh, we're judging you based on the size of your body. No, ma'am, you're just a bad person. Even if you were 120 pounds, you would still be a rotten person. I sometimes wonder if maybe one of the reasons why you're not losing weight is if you did lose the weight, if you were much smaller and you still couldn't find a guy or find a partner, you couldn't use the extra weight as a shield. you couldn't yell and scream fat phobia, fat shaming at Girl World. You're always looking for disguises and shields to hide behind. You want to scream some kind of prejudice or discrimination when there is none. The pounds don't matter. The pounds are your issue to deal with or not. Pounds or not, you're still an awful person.
Hi, Issa Nike Pro Jock. I mean, Girl World should know they're obsessed with us. Hi, Charles Reed. You made a rage post.
Reacting to somebody is not being obsessed with them. And considering how this one has probably over 100 socks that she uses to spy on Girl World, going on their community posts, going on Twitter, going in the chat rooms, watching everybody obsessively. And I mean obsessively. Who is obsessed with who? Who's obsessed with who, Chantal? You claim that we're obsessed at the same time that you're obsessed making sure that you do things to get our attention. You want us to react to you, even though you say you don't, like you work backwards. So who's the obsessed one? The people who are just simply giving their opinions, or the individual that has literally publicly gone out and peeped in somebody's windows and tried their doorknob? Stalker.
Nixie, are you like the content police? If I decide to mention something else one time or another, you're going to like point it out? You're one of those. Hi, DS. I'm from Canada. I live in Kuwait. Hey, Hot Tea. J Mel.
Hey, people over there. The ones that are in charge of the tourist visas. Did you hear what she just said? Isn't she supposed to say, I'm visiting Kuwait? She's literally just said, I live in Kuwait. I hope you paid attention to that part.
For now, I live in Kuwait. Wouldn't it be cool? I don't know. I think it would be cool. You know what it is? I'm like Cher on the movie Mermaids. I don't like to stay in one place for too long. You know what I mean? I don't know. Thank you, creepy killer brows. I know some people think I have fat eyelids.
You do. Look, I'm not fat shaming you. I'm just giving my opinion. I've watched your face change as you've gained weight. You've gained a lot of weight in your face, including over your eyelids. That's not your brow bone, girlfriend. Look, I'm petite too. I'm a shorty. You see my brow bone? The brow bone is exactly that. It's a bone. Bones don't gain weight. They are part of your skull. So how can they possibly get bigger? It's not the brow bone getting bigger. It's the fat on top of it. And for the record, I'm going to say something mean, but it's just how I feel. I think you got angry bird brows. Seriously, like you've got the extreme eyebrows. You got the angry bird brows. There, I said it.
They're chunky a bit, but this is a brow bone.
No, it ain't.
My brow bone is right here.
Yeah, and bones don't gain weight. They're part of your skull. How can they gain weight?
Yeah. Are we in you're gonna get it mood? I'm hyper and you're gonna get it. Blow up feeder dolls. Yeah, imaginary people. Yeah, probably. So cut the crap. All right. Stop the cap. You know, because people can like us and for other reasons other than our body weight. Like, people.
Yeah, but okay, you're right. Like a person could be attracted to another person. Weight is not the most important thing. There's physical attraction, but there's also attraction of the mind, the emotions, the spirit. Name one positive thing about you that a man will be attracted to. I'll wait. I'll sit here and read a book and I'll wait. Tell me one really good, honest, sincere thing about you that a man would treasure and hold dear. I bet you can't find one thing, Chantal, because there isn't one thing.
Will always be like, I don't know what Salah sees in her, and it's like,
oh, I know what Salah sees in you. He sees a paycheck. He sees those dollar signs. He's a lazy piece of crap that he thinks he's too pretty to go to work. And so he's trying to take the lazy man's way out and find a woman to go to work for him and make some money and give it to him so he can live and go do his thing and go party. And that's exactly what he's been doing with you. You spun your web well around him, Chantal. You really did. You did the same thing to Salah that you did with Nader. You find a guy that you're attracted to or you want to be with, you spin your web around them. That false web of comfort and luxury and a free and easy life. You spoil them with gifts, with money, with food, whatever, with trips. You get them used to that cushy life that they did not pay for, nor did they earn. They get used to it. They get used to living at that level. And then they decide, I don't want to go back to a lower level. I want to stay here. But in order to stay here, I have to put up with her. So the price that they all pay is that maybe they get to live in a better house. Maybe they get some better food. But then they have to deal with 550 pounds of jealous, insecure, narcissistic, egotistical, volatile, violent temper walking on 2 feet.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, we make it like we have like a lot of chemistry, and I make him laugh. He's never met anyone like me before.
Chantal, the only chemistry that you have between you and Salah is when you fart in his direction. That's pretty much it.
And I'm pretty. So I
No, you're
mean,
not.
why does my weight even
You're
matter?
not pretty. And before anybody comes from my neck when we saying that, let me explain what I just said. There's all kinds of attractive. There's outside attractive. There's inside attractive. Some people have one, but not the other. Some people don't have either one. Chantal's got that inside ugly going on. Like it's intensely ugly. And that's the kind of ugly that no surgeon can fix with a scalpel. If she went into Sephora and ate every bit of makeup in the place, that still wouldn't fix her ugly. That's spirit ugly. And it's nasty. It's real nasty. That's the kind of ugly you got to fix yourself. And she never has. So she's carrying around all that ugly inside of her and it radiates through her skin.
Beyond health reasons. Seriously. So cut the crap that fat women cannot be attractive unless it's for a feeder, which is just stupid. You know what I
You know
mean?
what though? Like,
Okay,
let's
thank you.
shut
That's what
up,
I wanted
shut up,
to say. That's
Chantal.
your PA.
Shut your mouth. I'm talking. Let the adults talk. Chantal, even the feeders don't care what you look like. Looks are not at the top of their list. They don't care about how you look. They care about you getting fat. A lot of them care about how big you're getting. There are some people with a feeder fetish that are not extreme because there are different levels to it. But the more extreme levels, it's not about maintaining your looks or how you look. It's about, I want to get you fat. I want you to get big and even bigger still. I want you to eat lots of fast food. I want you to eat lots of food, period. The feeder fetish, when it's extreme, it can destroy your looks. It'll destroy your body. It'll cause all kinds of damage. Those feeders don't care about your looks or maintaining your looks. They care about you destroying your health for their benefit. So they're not even really attracted to you. They're attracted to what you can give them. It's selfish. They would never do to their own bodies what they're asking somebody else to do to their body. They're not going to feed themselves and put themselves in a position where they have diabetes or get a heart attack or a stroke. No, they're asking somebody else to be the guinea pig, to be the livestock that gets fed and overfed while they watch. And they're coming to you because you're the big fool that will agree to such things.
PSA for today. Yes. I didn't attack you, Nixie. I'm pointing out that you're one of those people. I thought you were only doing this. I thought you were well, obviously if I'm saying something, then I change my mind about it. Oh, Minnie, we're Muslim and we don't show our chemistry in public, so we do. Don't worry, it's not for you to see. Hey, Blondie.
You know, even with a Muslim couple, if you had two people standing next to each other, if they are a couple, if they're in love, you can feel that energy. It's coming off of them, the way that they look at each other, the way they stand next to each other. You don't have to hold hands and make out. You could just feel they're together and they're close. It's been 2 years. The chemistry is not there with Chantal and Salah, nor will it ever be there. And she knows that. She just doesn't care because she wants her on camera, fake, phony husband.
I love the makeup. Thank you. Bismillah. Are you permitted to wear different colored hijabs? Yes. I'm permitted to do whatever I want. Episode 4 was such a great episode 4 of what? What are you talking about?
Now she's playing stupid. Episode 4 of what? I don't know what you're talking about. You know. It's all over Twitter. You're on Twitter under a sock somewhere. You got Beezers. They communicate with you privately. They're letting you know all this stuff. Why are you acting dumb? Not a good look.
I changed my mind multiple times this stream. I mean, obviously in live streams, I'm not going to talk about food. Like, I don't know. I got married at 240 pounds and I'm 160. You can be beautiful.
And you know what? I want to address this comment. Blue Pot says Salah shows chemistry when he calls you potato face and pats your head like cattle. So that's the chemistry? Listen, if I was with somebody and they dared to call me potato face and they're pat me on the head, we're going to have a problem. Oh, we're going to get into a big fight. The fact that Salah is calling her potato face, that's not a cute, loving term of endearment. He's calling you fat, Chantal. He's saying to your face, you're fat. He's calling you a big potato. He's calling you fat. He's not laughing with you. He's laughing at you. So he's calling you potato face and pinching your cheeks. The pinching of the cheeks normally happens when you're a baby, not when you're almost 40.
Anyway, in Islam, part of practice is to ignore the ignorant. Yeah, for sure. Aya. Kitty, hello. What's that creepy? Oh, I don't even know what they're talking about. When he calls me potato head, yes, yes, that's our cute little things we have between us, you know. Yeah,
I mean, she's
for
so
sure.
shut up, Chantal. She's so doggone dumb. She just doesn't put two and two together, does she? That elevator does not go all the way to the top of the building, does it? You're with a guy and you're like, handsomest man, and his term of endearment for you is potato face. Your face reminds him of a potato. Is a potato attractive? Is it sexy? Is it cute? Is it something feminine? No, it's a potato. He looks at you and he sees a potato in your face. That's not a compliment.
Hello, simply ravishing. Brenda, I need to ask my daily question. You need to come in and ask it first. That's what you have to do. You know? I see people trying hard to come in here and advertise Mr. Cardigan's loser um, documentaries, and it's just nobody gives a shit. Not gonna work.
You're so bothered. You are so bothered. Chantal, Mr. Snowflake has a big channel and he does great work and everybody knows it. He doesn't need advertisement. People are just talking about it because it's a thing. He just released the episode for his members. And so there's a bit of a buzz about it. And you're irritated because there's stuff in the episode that you don't want your new beezers to know. You're always trying to sweep stuff under the rug, but you just can't do that with Girl World. We have all the archives and all the clips. And even those of us that don't have the clips and don't have the archives, we know where to find them. And on top of that, we remember stuff. We got a whole lot of information in our brains that we didn't ask for, but it's there anyway. Like the information that I gave earlier about the gentleman who was your feedie, that he had the whole fetish quirk thing with the spoons. I remember that. I was around there for that. And you hate that. You hate that there's so many OGs in the community. We've been around for so long. We remember so much. You can't get away with nothing.
Is he a D1? No, Brenda. Hi, Sarah. How are you? I just made potato salad. I was craving it.
I
Oh,
hate that word.
yeah. A good potato salad is yummy. Or macaroni salad. That sounds really good. Hi, baby girl. My favorite soup? I don't know. It's lentil. Don't ever feel bad about your weight. There's bigger people than you. No, I don't feel bad. Like, obviously, like, if I want to lose weight, it's to improve my health or whatever. But, like, I would say, as big as we are, Amber Lynn and I are the only ones that have the friggin', gall to show ourselves on camera.
You know what? Can I just say something about you going to Kuwait for 2 years? Chantal, that was a missed opportunity. It really was. It was a missed opportunity because what you could have done 2 years ago is go to Kuwait, get your food issue under control somehow, use the fact that you're in Kuwait to dry out a bit and stay away from certain things. If you had screwed your head on straight 2 years ago, just think about where you'd be today. You certainly wouldn't be 200 pounds heavier. You could have gone to Kuwait, spent time with Salah, and use that as motivation to be better in a lot of ways. Like, I'm in a different place. I am away from Canada and I can get myself together. You didn't do that. You went the opposite way. So my question to you is, what's it going to take? What environment do you have to be in? What people do you have to be in to make positive change? As it is right now, this is what I'm thinking. There is no perfect place for you because you're not ready. You could have the best facility, the best people, the best therapists, the best doctors, all at the ready to work for free 24/7. Would make a lick of difference in the world because you're not ready, because you're still in denial and you still want to indulge in food and cater to those doggone feedy people and make money off of them. You still value the money over your life and the food over your life. To you, food is life. When you got it backwards, food is death for you. It's unaliving you slowly, but you don't see it that way because you're not awake yet. The sleeper must awaken. You're still asleep in your bed of delusion. Got to wake up. But the ego tower is about to come crashing down. F around and find out.
Camera, so there's that. Nat's not playing. if you're gonna say that you don't have, like, you've lost weight or you don't have that many chins anymore, like, show yourself. You know what I mean? Prove it. It's so easy. Thank you, sweepstakes. Timu Prince Harry, who is? Hey, Blondie. Oh, Timu Prince Harry. I see what you mean. No, Timu white underbelly, soft white underbelly. I got a soft white underbelly.
Ew.
Egg on legs. I'm not gonna put a hijab. He would never let me do that. What are you doing? Are you proud of mom?
I did
Just
not need
walking
to know
past my
that.
flat. You miss Salah in the chat? Hi, Sessa.
I did not need to know that part about the soft white underbelly. I'm so glad I wasn't drinking my water when she said that. I would have spit it out.
Thank you, Simply Ravishing. Zach was wrong calling you racist for saying Charlie, no friends. That what? Somebody called me racist for saying that? I missed that part. Oh, please. Nothing to say. Sorry, I was having brain zaps at how stupid that was. Somebody not having front teeth is a racial thing, but it's okay for everyone to call Salah salad, right? No, I have no kids.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
We agree.
Actually, I have a cat and I have a hamster. They're my kids.
You know, that's the one thing that God did right. Make sure she didn't breed and have kids. That's the one thing that God did right. Like, if she's going to be on this earth, make sure that she cannot make another just like her. And I say that because Chantal, if she had children, she would have been a horrible mother. Horrible. She would be that one that if she got pregnant, she would do it to baby trap a man. She'd be a woman that she would baby trap a man with a baby. And then she would have the baby. And then she would end up dropping the baby off at grandma's house and leaving the baby there for a week so she can go party. And she would also be that one that she would get jealous of her own kids if they got more attention than her. And considering her short, hot temper, she will blow up constantly. She wouldn't know how to handle a child if they were teething or they had a fever or they were sick. She's not cut out for motherhood.
Kids. What are you doing? I called her calamari. I don't even remember her name half the time. I saw many colors of hijab on Amazon. They were really low price, so I'm not sure if good quality. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if you're ordering.
Okay, let me address this person in the chat. Cassidy, I want to talk at you for a minute. This person, Cassidy, says, have you tried the carbonara Sam Young fire noodles? Cassidy, you're a VIB. So I'm going to ask a question. Are you a feeder or are you a troll? Or are you an idiot? Chantal is a food addict. If you saw somebody out on the street and they were an alcoholic and they were active in their alcoholism, would you go up and start talking about alcohol with them, knowing that it might trigger them to drink? No? Then don't walk up to a food addict and starts talking about food, you moron. Food, alcohol, pills. I mean, addiction is addiction. If you care about somebody, you know they're an active addict, you don't talk about the source of whatever it is they're triggered by. You just don't do it. People like you that are in Chantal's chat that are doing that crap, all of you that are feeders, all of you that talk about food with Chantal, y'all might as well just pick up a doggone shovel and race to the nearest graveyard and start digging the hole for Chantal. And if something happens to her and she ends up in the hospital or the morgue, I don't want to hear no tears from those people who participated in that kind of activity. You hear me? Don't want to hear it. Save those alligator tears. You can't sit there and push on somebody to engage in their addiction and then turn around and cry if they end up in the hospital or in the morgue when you were purposely triggering them to begin with. Doesn't matter if it's food or pills or a drink, addiction is addiction. And food is just as deadly as any illegal substance or legal substance. Some of you VIBs, you're all messed up. Something's wrong with you. Talking about food with a food addict. Suggesting for her to eat more food. What's wrong with you?
I have tried the carbonara samyang noodles. Yeah, they're all super spicy. Thanks, Kitty Trans.
And I said all that because, like, look,
Julia and
shut up,
Howie, exactly.
Chantal. Shut up. Shh. Quiet. I don't like Chantal, but I think it's effed up when people get around an addict and they're poking at the addict to indulge in the addiction when they're already really, really bad. I mean, Chantal does not need any help eating. She's an eating machine as it is. I mean, she's like, the human version of Pac-Man looking for power pellets. It just ticks me off to see people do that. She gets online, she talks about her health issues, how sick she is, blah, blah, blah. And then people come into the chat and they're like, oh, have you tried this? And I ate that. But yet we're the hateful ones, y'all. Girl world, we're hateful people. We're awful. All of us zombies and vultures. We don't encourage the addiction. We point out the things that are wrong and how wrong it is and that she needs to stop. How many of us say to her, you need to go to inpatient. You need to take care of your health. We say that stuff. But the people in her own chat that are supposed to be on her side are really not on her side. So all you VIBs, I don't want to hear your shit. If you're talking about food with Chantal, you're the hateful people. You're talking about the source of an addiction with the addict. You're talking about food with a food addict. Don't come at me. Don't talk to me. Hateful people indeed. No, you guys are. Some of you are.
Exactly. Why would I ever, in a million years, let my husband have another wife? There's no way. Two, I'm pretty sure I would know if he had a kid.
You sure about that? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I would know if he had a kid. And how would you know? He's not there most of the time. He could easily go run off to the red room and put a bun in the oven. Say, I'm going to the bakery, Chantal. And you get all excited. Oh, he's going to the bakery to get me a pie. Yeah, he's going to the bakery to get a pie, but not the kind you think. But while he's getting that pie, he can also put a bun in the oven. And how would you know, girl? How would you know? It doesn't take that long to make a baby. Okay? Doesn't take that long at all. He could have like a million kids running around Kuwait. How would you know?
People have no proof. This is the thing. If I don't talk about my life or if I don't, I'm not open, people invent things. So it doesn't really matter, does it? By the way, I saw that people were concerned. Like, people have sent me messages, like DMs, that they're worried because they saw that my building burned down. Like, what? There was yes, there was a building like in the same area as Kuwait that burned down. It was really sad. Like, I think, like, I don't know if this is true, but I saw some news sources, like, the numbers always change, but like about 40 people died. And it was like near us. But like, what do people do? Just watch Kuwait news for content to try to make something up about us, like in relation to that? I don't know. The eyeliner.
You're just mad as all get out because we are paying attention to what's going on in Kuwait with the news, because we know about the changing policies and the regulations and the laws, and a lot of those affect you. And you've been in Kuwait way too long. You're basically squatting over there because you can't go back to Canada easily and get a place of your own, and you know it. You don't have that kind of money, Chantal. You don't have like 7, 8 grand to drop on a 1 bedroom, and you got bad credit, and you got a bankruptcy on your record, and you can't go to mom and dad and say, hey, can you be the co-signer for me? You know what they're going to look at you and do? They're going to say, no. They're not going to be the guarantor of your rent. You made a point to pull up all your roots in Canada to be with Salah 2 years ago. And the time that you've been in Kuwait, you have not fixed your financial woes. They're exactly the same. The 2 years you spent over there, you could have fixed a lot of things you never did. But you don't have the money to plunk down on a place in Canada. That's why every time you've gone back to Canada, you're sleeping on mom and dad's couch. And then in the morning, they kick you out because they got to go to work. They're like, here's the Kia, be out all day and don't come back until dark. You'll sleep on the couch, and then in the morning, you got to get out. That's all we're allowing you. They're not going to take you in. They're not going to board you up. They're not going to feed you. You know, like you're walking a thin line with the folks. But you stay in Kuwait because that is a place to stay for now. But you're a tourist. You are not a resident. You're never going to be able to be a resident. So you're hiding out in Kuwait as long as you can. But that time is quickly coming to an end. And you're over there trying to figure things out. Well, you knew about this thing with Kuwait and the government 3 months ago. You decided to sit on it and do nothing. And that's your fault. So no mercy for you.
I have a lot of makeup on. This is like really out there eyeshadow. Like, what the hell? There was a fire in Mangif. Yeah, how do people know that? They just watch Kuwait news?
Yep.
I guess maybe just interested about the area since I live here. Just busting today. Member for 2 months. Loyalty Beezer Club. Foodie. Thank you so much for being a loyalty Beezer. That means a lot. Reset bees. There you go. Look at those bat wings. Came across your news. Really? Oh. Yeah, that's really sad though. That like really like um yeah, I did, Nixie. Yeah, I know sweepstakes. Uh Cutie got into your makeup again. There's a building in my neighborhood that will burn down tonight. No. Thank you, Sarah. My llama pillow. Me too. So yeah, Kink Fuzz, I was just talking about there's a um huge fire, and there was a huge fire yesterday. Like just like at Fajr time. And we went to bed not long after that. Um so yeah, it was okay, soda and sadness. You can wait all you want. It was it burned down. So like 40 people like died, and like I think 40 others were injured or something. So that's really sad. My heart goes out to them and their families. I read about that. I was like, what the heck? Do you get bored being at home all the time, or are you able to go out on your own? Mm, I don't know. Like, I really want to try to go out on my own, like, just have Salah drop me, like, at the mall and just, like, pick somewhere, like a nice cafe and go live and, like, hang out with you guys. Hey, Reese's, why you too, DS?
She would never do that. She would never go to the mall alone. How would she get back to the apartment? Can you imagine her at the mall alone? She would never. She doesn't feel secure with herself at all. And what if something happened to Chantal? She's at a point with her health. She needs supervision. Because what if she falls and she breaks her ankle, or she falls and she can't get back up? She's made herself so sick that she cannot be by herself.
Was at a labor camp. Yeah, that's really sad. I know that I saw like there was a speaker from the government and they're gonna like try to reform things for people's safety and just like stuff
To talk about the new regulations. So she's aware.
like that. It's really sad. Oh, cool, wolf pup. Nice. Glad you found it. No, he doesn't have a kid. Don't even know why I'm even saying that. Anyways, people want to think he has kids. Go for it. Who cares? What if he did? I'd be a stepmom. Whatever. Who cares?
Wait,
Anyway,
wait, but go back. What was that? Say that again.
nice. Glad you found it. No, he doesn't have a kid. Don't even know why I'm even saying that. Anyways, people want to think he has kids. Go for it. Who cares? What if he did? I'd be.
In Chantal speak, when she says that, well, what if he did? Or what if I did? There's a possibility that that is actually true. Well, what if he did have a kid? What if I did do this? What if I did say that? If it's not true, it's not true. So where is the if? Why is there even an if?
Be a stepmom. Whatever. Who cares? Anyway, so broccoli cheddar soup. Yum. So I really want to try to go out, but yeah, Millie. But I'm kind of like scared because I didn't realize how I don't do anything like alone anymore. Like I don't drive, I don't go out anywhere without Salah. So like honestly, I know it sounds stupid, but like when we go out, I don't use my brain. Like I have 10 kids from 4 wives right now. People were missing you here. Hey, duck puppet. Hi, teardrop. Oh, nice to see you. Nice to see all you guys. Hey, Kim Richards. So it's not that I can't go out by myself. It's that I don't know. I'm afraid to get lost or to like have like overheat or something, and like not know how to use like.
Chantal, do you know how pathetic you sound? Salah is younger than you, and he's much more active than you, and you're older than he is. And you're so incredibly helpless. You can't do anything for yourself. You can't be left alone just to take a walk around a mall. You're like a big, overgrown child. He's a younger man, and you are an older woman, and you are acting like a child. You've been acting like a child. You know how embarrassing that is? I'm taking your older woman card now, and you're not getting it back because you can't do anything for yourself. Acting like an overgrown baby, whining and crying for your binky is ridiculous. I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. I can't walk. I don't know where I am. Pathetic. This was not you back in Canada, even during the Villa days. During the Villa days, yeah, you were with Natter. Whole lot of drama, a lot of dirty drama to be had there. But you did things for yourself. You paid your bills. You paid your rent. You got in the Kia. You went places. Okay? You were a bit more independent. And I don't know what the F happened to you, but you decided that you wanted to stop being an adult and be a child. And it's so unattractive. It's so weird. Like I'm sorry, ma'am. You can't rewind the clock. You can't go back to childhood no matter what you do. There's no do-over here. You can't look at a younger man and say, be my surrogate father or act like a father. Give me that fatherly love and take care of me, and so I don't have to worry about anything and just let me be in the seal position. It's weird. It's freaking weird. And it's pathetic. Weird. A 40-year-old woman acting like a 4-year-old. Weird.
The debit machine or something like that. Or what if something happens? Like, because I never use those. I don't do those things. I don't do anything when I go out. I just go along with. I'm just there. I am Vanessa. So, any plans? Travel plans? Yes. No
And she's
Korean
going home.
unfamiliar in the language barrier. And honestly, when we're
Her
driving,
travel
like
her travel plans. She going home by herself. That's how it's gonna be. She ain't got enough money to take Salah with her anywhere. You kidding me? She broke. She's so broke. We know you're broke, Chantal. We're gonna find out. You effed around, and then we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out how badly you effed around. I know how it's gonna go, Big Mama. I already know because I know your patterns. You've probably done a whole bunch of videos. You got a stockpile of them. You're gonna be on your way to Canada, and you're gonna put those videos to upload while you're in transit, and then you're gonna pop up in Canada. And in the meantime, while you're on that 13, 14-hour flight, you're going to think of some story arc, some storyline to tell us about why you're in Canada. Make up some more lies.
it's really packed at night here, right in the evenings. And it's a small country. You could drive from end to end in like what 2 hours, like so. The traffic jams can be real, and there's a lot of roundabouts, and the people they don't signal most of the time. All right, it's just like like you should see Salah drive. He's one of them. He knows how to deal with that traffic, like without even. It's just so easy for him. But me, I don't know. I'm very nervous.
So Blue Pot says passenger princess 24/7. It's kind of sad because in Canada you're so independent. Well, she was. She wanted to give it all up to be with a dude who doesn't even love her, will never be in love with her. She could be next to him for 100 years. He still won't be in love with her. That's what she gave up her independence for.
Passenger princess. I like being a princess of some kind. I don't need a personal care support worker. Uber and Lyft. No. Well, we do, but I don't think people use it that much. I don't know. Yeah, it's daunting to drive. Hey, Paul. Priscilla Presley. Yeah, who isn't happy when they're eating a good meal? Are you kidding? Just found out our AC can't be fixed. Need a whole new one. What? Yeah, that's the landlord.
Moving ahead. Oh, she left. Okay, so I'm stopping it there for a second so we get a clear shot of the living room. We normally don't get to see behind her. Just a clear shot right there. Just looking around. I'm nosy. Well, looking around. She left to go, I guess, use the bathroom.
I did wash my hands. Don Crew. I know you don't believe me though. I know you don't. What did what did Millie say? What I see Melly with a heart, but I don't know what I can't see her comment. What happened? You look like Endora from Bewitched. Who's Endora? Julia's so grown. Are you a big girl?
And Dora was the mother of Samantha.
Yes, you are. Thank you. Julia doesn't want to be here. Yes, she does. She's what, maybe a year old? She's always brushed.
No, she's not.
She's always messy hair, kind of. That's not that bad. Little Nitty, yay.
Yeah, well then put the camera on her. I want to take a good look at her. I want to see if she's matted.
Thank you for the 4 gifts. Thank you, Melly. That's sweet. Don't leave me like this again with the other mods. It felt unsafe. What happened? Thanks, Melly. Was Samantha's mom? The food? You're eating good. She's eating better than us.
You know, I'm not. Listen, shut up, Chantal. I'm not trying to nitpick. This is just an observation. So she's wearing the undercap. She doesn't really have the, I think it's the abaya on. That undercap looks so stretched and so incredibly tight. I can't imagine how painful it is. Now, I used to wear wigs. And one thing I know about wearing wigs is that even if you have the wig just a little bit tight, if you got the thing underneath that the cap, and then you put the wig on, if the wig's just a little bit tight, it's binding across your forehead, maybe your temples. It can give you a headache, give you like serious head pain. So she's got the undercap on, and I'm looking at this part right here on top near her forehead. It looks so incredibly uncomfortable, like it's cutting into the skin of her forehead. My goodness, that has to hurt.
My tummy feels weird. I never watched Bewitched. Her coat seems dull. Aww. Did you hear that? Yeah, it's I feed her wet food and dry. I feed her both.
I'll believe that when I see it.
I feed her wet food in the morning and then dry during the day. What happened? You're beautiful. Don't listen to them. Don't listen. English. I speak English. I don't speak Spanish. I know Spanish swear words, but that's it. Dry organic salmon food, shiny coat. Maybe I should put more, like maybe some more, yeah, like olive oil. I don't know. Hey, Julia. I'll ask the vet about that. The last time when we took her to get her vaccine, he didn't say anything about her coat. You're not blocked, Bella. You're enjoying it. The gym. I'm not going to the gym. Ew, sorry, lip gloss spit. Gotta go film a vid. Yes, I can't wait to see it, creepy. Enjoy. Oh, you know how to say a whole Arabic sentence? Oh, I bit my scar. Look. Vanessa, hi. I can't get over the eyeshadow. You're making me so self-conscious. You know what? That's it. A cosplay pageant? Sure. Foodie Beauty cosplay. Creepy, have a good day. Okay, guys. That's it. I'm tired of this.
Okay, we're moving ahead. She's doing her freaking makeup.
I don't feel like eating them. Like, I don't know. I think they'll really hurt my stomach with my medication. I'm more finicky, but hmm. The greens are nice, but they make me look like, Mimi.
Moving on. I don't care about her makeup either.
Right said Fred. Hey, Ava. KF decorate. Yeah, I need a better background. I'm so bored of this frickin' background.
Then go outside, dummy.
Comic book. Oh yeah, sure. The Sola hair fiber bees. No, he doesn't have to. Look at his hair. It's thick and black. I love it. I'm gonna do top left red.
Like, is this all she does? Is there anything else that's good? Oh, she leaves again. My goodness. There's a lot of bathroom breaks during this live. What did you do, Chantal? Did you have a bee moment and your stomach got upset?
Hey, happy day of when you were birthed. The music for what is scary? Use oil? Yeah, look, it's not coming off. That's why I have some on. Look how tired I look without eye makeup. Oh, Sinister. Yeah. And Ethan Hawke. I'm on the last episode of From, so season 2. Is season 3 out yet? I don't think so, huh?
Okay, was this it? I mean, she's not really not saying much.
Real to me. Like, I don't know. 3 parts of number 3 was the worst. I hate Jigsaw. His stupid.
You know what? She's sitting here just blabbering. We're done here. We're so done. If this all this is, I'm not why hang on. You know what I mean? So that's it for this react. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.